We got spirit, yes we do. We got spirit, how about you? What?
Let's talk about bringing that competitive spirit into our business and what that can look like. How a little bit of competition inside of your four walls is actually really beneficial for everybody in your team. First, let's start with the one that makes the most sense, the sales side of things. If you have just one salesperson right now, I promise you, you're leaving at least 30% more sales on the table. If you bring in a second sales rep and create a leaderboard and let them start competing, your first sales rep will increase his sales, or he's gonna see himself out the door by, talking crap and like trying to make the other person feel like, this is a hard job, this isn't that good, all right? He's gonna like downplay the whole thing, and you'll have to release them, and then you just hire more people, all right? But a good sales rep will rise in that spirit of competition. We do this on the sales side, or we call them project consultants, people going to the customer's home, doing the full demo, the dog and pony show, if you will, all right? So we do it on that side, but then we're also creating a call center in our business right now, and we got the same situation going on. Who's making the most calls, who's having the most contacts, who's scheduling the most appointments or rehashing the most deals, all right? So we track all of those, and everybody kind of, gets off on different things. Some people are like, I made the most calls, but they're the least amount of contacts, which usually is like a red flag. Like, this person, every 50 calls they make, they're contacting 15 people. You're making 120 contacts and only having 12 conversations. Something's off here, all right? It gives you good data as a business owner as well. But some people really like setting appointments for consultants to go out to. They can't handle the pressure of like actually getting the deal and rehashing it and getting the sale. But then other people are all jazzed about like closing the deal right then, collecting a credit card payment or getting them financed or whatever that looks like by offering them some sort of sweetheart deal. I like getting the deals right then. That's who I am. Sometimes, like just because I'm the boss and I'll schedule myself to go back out there or something like that. But for the most part, getting that deal right then is like the biggest metric that we track, especially when it's gutter jobs, all right? Gutter jobs, usually we can offer them something that makes them bite and get the deal done right then. So that's on the sales side. Then we have the production side. Get your trucks competing against each other. Who's gonna produce more in the week, all right? In the gutter industry, you can do this a couple different ways. One, on revenue. Two, on footage. Three, on like, you can do like $1 per hour, $1 generated per hour. So if they produce $25,000 and it's two guys that worked 40 hours, that truck produced whatever that number is in a week. All right, there's a few different ways that you can do this, but have a leaderboard, get them competing. All right, these dudes thrive on that. All right, if they're a real technician that wants to be the best, they're gonna wanna kick butt every single week. Have something that gets them jazzed to produce. That's it, that's all it takes. All right, a little bit of jazz, all right, a little bit of, we got spirit, yes we do, all right? Get them to do that. And then the last part is your office, all right, your admin positions. How can we do this? We can track call booking rate, all right? That's tricky, but it's trackable. Another thing that we can do, track their outbound calls. They can be doing follow-up calls. Make sure that they're competing every single day somehow, some way. We have our admin doing follow-up calls every day on project consultants that were out at the customer's house the day before, all right? Just quality assurance stuff. They're not trying to sell anything. It's just another touch point that makes us look way better. Whether we got the sale or we didn't, they are calling, all right? That's their job. So have them fight over those, all right? There's a million ways that you can create a good competitive nature inside of your business. And I tell you what, it makes Employee of the Month really, really easy to choose. All right, when you see who's at the top of the leaderboard pretty regularly, it's really simple to see who's gonna win Employee of the Month and get that sweet parking spot, all right? Create a healthy level of competition. Something that I love doing, especially on my technician trucks, is make it very, very clear that the lead tech position is not yours for life. It is always up for grabs. And I reference basketball or football or whatever, all right? QB1 is always up for grabs. If QB2 starts outproducing you in practice, guess who's getting the snaps on Sunday, man? All right? That's how it goes in our business. If you're slacking, sorry, you're out, dude. Now, if you have a bad day or two, whatever, like we understand. But if it's consistent, and then like consistent excuses and not getting better, guess what? We're gonna just flip it. Boom. Here you go. You're back to hourly, lead guy, you're commission based. Let's rock and roll. And usually one of two things happens. Either they pick it up or they quit. And you don't have to be the bad guy that does the firing, all right? So that's how that works. I like creating healthy competition inside of our business that really gets the most out of people, but also sends them home feeling the most fulfilled. People love winning, all right? You don't play sports to go out and just play the game. It doesn't happen, all right? We can say it as much as we want. We're out here to have fun, guys. Like, just make sure everybody has fun. No, everybody has a lot more fun when they're winning. That's it, all right? So give them an opportunity to win, and the rest will take care of itself. So give bigly to your team by allowing them to win something, and that will unlock their ability to win bigly. All right, we'll see y'all next time.